Hey, I'm back, and I figured I'd tell you guys about my tribulation dreams. And yes, it's dreams. It's multiple dreams that I've had over a very long period of time. And before I started studying my Bible, I didn't realize that these visions, these dreams, the things that I were told, were from the tribulation until I got further into the Bible, and it just all came back to me. But the crazy thing is that even years ago, I wrote all this down. I kept a dream journal, and it was, the best way I can say is, it was bleak. It's a lot of things, and it was confusing, but it's blatantly obvious that what I was seeing was the tribulation, post rapture, whatever you want to call it. And I'm thankful that I wrote those things down over the years, so I was able to take some of what I've written down. There's so much that I kind of cherry picked some of the things here to share with you guys. And yes, I do have paperwork to kind of let you guys know, because I literally sat down and typed this up so that I could share this with you, because I feel that it's important. So first, I'll go over, and I'll be jumping from dreams. It's like, it may seem a little out of order, unorganized, but like I say, these are multiple dreams. So one thing, in one of the dreams that I had, I noticed that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like, just panic set in. And my assumption now is this is like immediately post rapture, and everyone was running around. No one knew where to go. It was just like pandemonium and just panic. It was horrible. People were packing stuff. They would drive not knowing where they were going to go. It was horrible. There was some that stayed behind, and immediately what they found themselves to be, that they were prisoners in their towns. And those that tried to go elsewhere found the same thing wherever they were going. The martial law was extremely strict, and even in the midst of all of that, people were still trying to hang on to their money, their possessions, and anything that they could find that they feel would, give them either a fighting chance or something. Oh, sorry, somebody's walking up. A fighting chance or whatever they figured would help them out. But pretty soon they found out that it was pointless. Let's see. Another dream that I had was during the midst of all that. Now, most of these dreams were first person view, and I knew that I was seeing it from someone else's eyes, because in one of the visions I was a white guy. So I don't know. I mean, I'm a little light skinned, but definitely not white. But so in this dream, I'm a guy. I have a family, have a wife. Don't have any of that right now, so I definitely knew this was something else. And post rapture, and we just start to see like smoke and ash and embers falling from the sky, and they started getting bigger and bigger, and I'm getting burnt. It's horrible. And the most that we could do was to jump into the truck and try to get away, and it was pointless, because the boulders started to get bigger and bigger. Everything was on fire. Everywhere you looked, you could swear that there was a volcano right where you were at the base of a volcano, because it was horrible. And it got to the point to where they were just tearing up everything. And that's where that dream ended. Another dream that I had, and during these dreams, like, there was someone there with me in the dream. There was someone, giving me information, specific information as to what was going on. Like, I was being told things, And as I talk about those dreams, I'll speak about, some of the things that I was told. But in this dream, it was a third person view, and I was watching, but I was allowed to feel their emotions. And what I did notice is, and I'll read this to you, just how I wrote it. I said, "There will be a time when anger and violence will just be as infectious as a cold. People who have no anger towards each other will be infected by the words of those in power, so much so that it will take over them like a demonic possession or trance, causing anger and violence to spread like wildfire. Families will turn on one another with anger they've never known, seemingly from nowhere. Brothers, against sisters, against fathers, against mothers, against neighbors. This violence will lead to many deaths among the world. Anyone that hears the words of the ones in control and follows them will be affected and unable to resist the evil." And what I felt during that was like this just raw hate and anger, to the point to where it's like the only thing on my mind was to hurt and kill. So, and it washed over us. And I specifically remember them watching something on TV or hearing someone speaking, and as that was being spoken, they just got angry and they turned on each other. Like, people in the homes turned on each other, and they were to the point of fighting and trying to kill each other. So I don't know, however you want to see it, whether it's a trance, demonic possessions, whatever, but that's what was going on. And they were this was spreading across the entire world. One thing I was watching, another dream I had, where I was watching massive earthquakes, and it was horrible, to where I seen like the earth splitting open, and I had an aerial view of the earth, and I could just see this long line, and the ground just spread open. It was huge. And I seen people, homes, everything just falling into this abyss, is what I would call it. And as I was watching this is what I was told. This is what I heard. Someone told me, "The earth will destroy what lies on it. Homes will slide by many feet while crumbling to the ground. The earth will open an abyss so wide, so deep that you can't see the bottom. The abyss will devour homes and people, never to be seen again." That's what I heard while I was looking at this. So, and this is something that this dream, this vision, this things I were told from years ago. And like I said, I didn't know what it was. So I just thought it was a horrible dream. And I'm sitting there thinking California, like everybody else thinks. Whenever you hear massive earthquake, you say, "Oh, it's California." But this apparently is going to be all over the place. This isn't isolated to any one area. Let's see here. I was also told, and this was audible, while I was having a vision. It said, "There will be 3 winters of snow with no summers in between. Wars will follow, then earthquakes and tidal waves. The sky will split open and lay in death and destruction. Most will die, earth will suffer." That's a quote. That's what I was told. So it's just what it is, and I'm letting you guys know. But the thing that I seen was, from that point I went to a first person vision, and we're like standing in this group, listening to someone speak, and the emotion, the consensus was that we didn't believe what was being told to us, and they were trying to calm us down. It's like they were trying to sell us on why things were happening the way they were happening. A lot of people were like, "No, that's not what's going on," and they didn't believe it. And so it seemed more like a show, and people were afraid to speak out. They were very afraid. Like nowadays, if someone's in front of you saying something, you're gonna speak out. You're gonna talk, and you're gonna say what's on your mind, and out the person. But in that case, everyone was afraid. No one was challenging this person, but everyone knew that it was BS, and everyone felt trapped and was afraid that this was going to be the way of life from now on. And with this being a post-rapture situation, yeah, that's pretty much what it was going to be. I also seen military men, but they were in gray. They were in gray uniforms. I can't remember any of their faces, but they were extremely violent. They were killing indiscriminately. Anyone they seen, nobody was being spared. It was horrible. I seen, what was it? Let's see. I seen masses of people being forced into slave labor, working on railroads with guards surrounding them. A lot of plainclothes soldiers and snitches everywhere. People were hiding in their homes, quiet, being surveilled constantly by these roving vehicles. I don't know if they were manned or unmanned, but they had like antennas on them, and they were like neutral, like this neutral dark to mid-gray color, which were the same color as the uniforms of these soldiers whose faces I never seen. I couldn't see. I don't know, and I didn't not see their faces because they were wearing a mask, but I didn't see their faces because I just wasn't allowed to see their faces. I don't know. I've heard speculation from other people telling their dreams about what they seen to non-human entities in these uniforms attacking people. So it's probably why I didn't see their faces. Let's see here. Let's see. The last thing. Now, all these dreams I had, I didn't ask for these dreams. You know, I was having them, and one day I finally prayed and asked, you know, to be shown what would it be like for those that were left behind. That's the one time I asked for a dream. And during that dream, it was complete chaos, a lot of running. I was in first person. I was winded. I knew I was very tired, very winded. I could barely breathe and running. I, in that dream, was shot over and over, attacked, mutilated. I specifically remember being shot in the neck, in the shoulder, in the chest. And even after I was shot, they were still coming after me to attack me. And you would wonder why someone would continue to attack someone that they've shot dead. But one thing that I instantly noticed was after I was shot, I wasn't dying. And not in the sense of like, you know, I was still alive and dying. But no, I was not dead. I was trapped in my body. My soul was not leaving. I was mortally wounded and should have, in any other case, what we believe, I should have exited the body. But no, that wasn't allowed to happen. I was trapped in my body and everything was dark, but my other senses were still there. I could hear, I knew what was going on around me. I could still feel my body, but my soul was trapped in my body. So, you know, that was a big shocker for me, but it does state that men will seek death and will not find it. I believe that's in Revelation. And I could only imagine that there'll be no easy way out of this. You will not be able to escape God's wrath by just, you know, exiting, or whatever, or anything. There's a good chance that what would allow your spirit to exit the body on any normal day won't be the same during the tribulation, to where you will be trapped in that body to suffer and suffer unimaginable pain and other things like that. So I just want you guys to know that I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling this to you to remind you and to inform you. And my message to anyone hearing this is to repent, change your ways, ask Jesus for forgiveness, and follow him. Don't just change the way you live. Change your heart, your mind. Actively work on fighting against negative thoughts and emotions as they come into your mind. When it comes to Judgment Day, even if your thoughts, I'm reading here, even if your thoughts and emotions will be brought up on full display, don't seek comfort in worldly items or trust in your money and guns. Seek everything you need from Jesus and trust that he'll provide everything that you need. I love all you guys, and thank you very much. That was just some of the tribulation dreams I had. It goes deeper. There's a lot more things that I've seen than I was told. But this video, it's long enough. It's been 15 minutes already. So I just want you guys to know, hey, it's coming soon, very soon. Don't think for 1 minute that you're gonna you have all the time in the world, because you could be doing something crazy, something that you know you're not supposed to be doing, and boom, here it is, it happens, and you're caught red-handed, up to no good. That's the last thing you want. So you always want to be looking up, always on point, and doing things the way they're supposed to be done. So thank you guys for listening.